Why did the dog growl or bark at you? And inside, you thought, should I be afraid of this dog? Or should I scold it? Both are wrong. If you had actually understood what your dog was telling you in that moment, you would have already taken precautions. Because growling is not an attack, it is a conversation. It wants to tell you something. And if you try to silence it, that's when the real danger begins. Today I'm going to tell you exactly why dogs growl, what science says, what behavior experts teach, and most importantly, what you should do when you hear that sound. Most people see growling as aggression, but behavioral science says the exact opposite. Growling is not a diagnosis, it is a form of communication. Dogs express their discomfort, fear, overstimulation, or need for space by growling. While aggression is about intent to harm, growling is most often an attempt to prevent things from escalating further. So when your dog growls at you, it's saying, "Stop! I'm not okay here. Please acknowledge me." And hearing that is actually a good thing. Dog behavior specialist Kendall Shepard developed a model called the ladder of aggression in 2004. This model is used today by veterinarians and behavior specialists worldwide. The lower rungs of the ladder represent early stress signals. These are quiet, small whispers. The upper rungs include more obvious responses such as growling, snapping, and biting. These are the last resorts a dog turns to when its earlier messages have gone unheard. So what are those lower rungs? Calming behaviors that signal a dog is under stress include turning its head to the side, blinking, licking its lips or nose, freezing, yawning, pinning its ears back, panting, and barking. When these are overlooked, the dog is forced to climb the ladder. And eventually, growling comes. Growling is the last stop before the next step up on the ladder. If these early signals are ignored, the dog moves on to more obvious responses in an attempt to resolve the situation. Growling and snapping are among these. Dogs that have learned their early messages don't work may skip some rungs and jump straight to harsher reactions. Fear and anxiety. Dogs, like humans, can experience fear and anxiety. They may growl to warn a perceived threat to back away. This could be a person, an animal, or a situation the dog doesn't feel comfortable with. Anxious or fearful dogs also display behaviors such as withdrawal, trembling, or hiding, guarding possessions. Growling is a common sign of resource guarding behavior. A dog may growl to protect its food, toy, or resting spot. This does not mean the dog is bad. It is an evolutionary instinct millions of years old. The dog feels that something it values is about to be taken away and warns you. Pain and illness. If a dog is experiencing physical discomfort, it may growl when touched or approached in a way that worsens its pain. This type of growling is a clear signal that the dog needs veterinary care. This is very important, especially if a dog that never used to growl suddenly starts. This could be a sign of a medical problem. Joint pain, internal organ discomfort, ear infections, all of these can lead to growling. Setting boundaries. A dog growling when moved, jumped over, or startled during sleep is generally setting a boundary. Many dogs become less tolerant when resting or when in pain. Play growling. Some dogs may growl while having fun or playing. This shows that things have been going very well up to that point. When you see two dogs playing, you've probably heard growling sounds too. Growling doesn't mean aggression. It just shows they're having a great time. To understand play growling, you need to look at body language. A relaxed tail, a loose body posture, a soft facial expression. If you're seeing these, there's no need to worry. Listen to this section carefully, because many dog owners make this mistake and unknowingly create a dangerous situation. Have you ever scolded your dog for growling, said no? Yanked on its leash? When a dog is scolded for growling, two things happen. The underlying emotion, fear, anxiety, resource guarding pain, persists. The warning signal is suppressed. This creates what trainers call a silent biter. The dog still feels uncomfortable, but learns not to signal it. Think about that. Your dog no longer warns you, but that discomfort is still there. And one day, with no warning at all, it bites, and you're shocked. Punishing growling makes the behavior more dangerous, not less. When growling is punished, dogs may not give a warning the next time they feel uncomfortable and may move directly towards snapping or biting. If you punish your dog for growling, the growling behavior stops, but the underlying emotions don't change. This means the next time it feels uncomfortable, it may skip growling and jump straight to higher rungs on the aggression ladder. To understand what a growl means, listening to the sound alone isn't enough. You need to read the entire body. In a fear growl, you'll see ears pinned back, tail low or between the legs, body shrunk, leaning forward whale eye, the white of the eye becoming visible in a resource-guarding growl, the front of the body hunched over the food or object. Steady, intense eye contact, teeth may become visible in a play growl, loose body tail in a relaxed position. Play bow, front paws on the ground, rear end up. These sounds can be similar to one another, which is why it's important to carefully observe the dog's posture during a growling moment. Even if the sounds are alike, try to notice the nuances. Paying equal attention to the dog's body language while growling is just as important. Don't panic when your dog growls. Apply the following. Step 1. Stop and back away. Remove the immediate pressure. If the dog growled while near its food, step back. If your touch triggered it, withdraw your hand. Step 2. Try to understand why it growled. What were you doing? Where had you touched? Was someone else nearby? What had changed in the environment? Step 3. If it's a sudden behavioral change, see a vet. A dog that rarely growls and suddenly starts doing so needs closer attention. Sudden changes can be linked to pain, illness, stress, aging, or changes in routine. Step 4. Don't punish the growling. Use positive redirection instead. The best way to stop unwanted growling is to redirect the dog toward more desirable behaviors. Step 5. Seek expert help if needed. For recurring and intensifying growling, consulting a certified dog behavior specialist or a veterinary behaviorist is the right course of action. A 2017 study by Farrago and colleagues from Hungary found that dog growls convey various contextual and emotional content to humans. In other words, growling is not a random sound. It is a real language. By listening to these sounds, people were largely able to correctly identify whether a dog was playing, guarding an object, or growling out of fear. Dogs are trying to send us a message. We just need to learn to listen. Remember this: when your dog growls at you, it is a sign that it trusts you. It is telling you something. It is choosing to speak rather than stay silent. If they've reached the point of growling, it means their earlier attempts to communicate their discomfort went unnoticed. As caretakers, it is our responsibility to learn from these experiences and become more attuned to their subtle signals. Don't punish that sound. Try to understand it. If you found this video helpful, share it with every dog owner you know, because knowing this information could genuinely prevent a bite someday. In the next video, we'll be covering 9 behaviors that show whether your dog loves you. If you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe.